Another day, another dollar. What's up, man?
Are you good?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Yo,
This is episode what?
10. At this point, we
At
need
this point.
KSI. My intelligence is running.
Yes, no, we're running low.
We're running low on
Running low.
intellect and
Yeah,
knowledge.
yeah, man.
So today we won't go to
Yeah, today we wanna just keep things light.
a bit shallow.
Keep things shallow.
Yeah,
Keep
because
things
we're always
fun.
so
Like we're always
intellectual.
so serious and stuff.
Yeah, today it's just
Today is our topic for today is something we don't know anything about. Well, and I'll speak for myself.
yeah.
You know,
But we've been seeing it.
we've been seeing it,
Yeah.
and I think it's something that's trending currently. So we just like let us indulge,
Yeah.
you know. But housekeeping rules. What were your meditation?
Can you start this week, bro?
This week?
Yeah, it's your week. I always start.
Yeah.
You start
Okay.
today.
No, for me, this week, it challenged me in terms of accepting the fact that I also need to aspire to have more. Like I always wanted to, like I thought I would get to a point where like it's enough. Like the grind is enough. You know, the content creation is enough. Everything is enough. Until I realized, look, there's always room for improvement. You can always grow. Just because you set a target and you reached it does not mean you can't set another target which is above that. And I think ultimately that is what life is about growth and also being open to crushing other goals as well. Because you can have the main goal, and if you reach it, also crushing and setting other goals that are higher than that one. Yeah. So my goal right now is we are going to have 100 subscribers on this particular episode. That's the goal that I'm setting now.
I'm going to add a clap to this.
Yeah. Please do. We don't have the equipment yet, so yeah. What are your goals, mantras, and you know?
So this week I was thinking about. I hate fluffy things, but I was thinking about forgiveness. Sure. I think a lot of people. I think it takes too much energy to hold on to anything that anyone has ever done to you. Sure. I think it's easier to forgive. I think people think forgiveness is for others, but when truly forgiveness is for ourselves, when you forgive yourself, when you forgive the next person, you are not forgiving them, but you are letting go of whatever thing that they did, and in a good, healthy way, because holding on does more damage to you more than letting go ever will, you know. True. I think about forgiveness a lot, and every time that I've forgiven a person, whether they've cheated on me, or hurt me, or did whatever they've done, it was always liberating for me. You know, I found forgiveness is literally liberation.
Yeah, you know that saying that says when someone does you wrong, and then you being angry at them is like you drinking poison
and expecting it to die. And aside from that, it's too much work. It's just too much work. And I mean, as young boy, I don't have time. You did this. Forgiveness is the ultimate, and also forgiving someone doesn't mean imagine you want them back in your life or you want to talk. No, you forgive them.
Like I realize that this is weighing heavy on me, so I just have to let it go.
Just to let it go, you know.
Sure. There aren't any expectations because I think we always want the next person to come back. Like we think forgiveness is about that, but sometimes it's also about like, look, I'm mindful of the fact that this weighs so much.
Sure.
It's so heavy on me, and in as much as it hurts that I have never gotten an apology, I'm gonna have to let it go, and I'm gonna have to forgive you.
Yep.
You know.
So I was thinking about that. I was thinking about how letting go is way easier than holding on.
Sure.
It's energy draining. It takes up too much of your mental real estate, which is not worth it. And one thing about me,
is that
yeah,
a mental real estate?
yeah, it's a thing. I think for a person to have that power over you is dangerous. So I don't like anyone having power over me. I don't like anyone having control over me. So by me not forgiving them, they'll continue living in my mind brain free. And I don't want that. Imagine a person of insignificance, okay, not that, but a person who's no longer part of my life, or who's whatever that person did. I still think about that, and it weighs heavy on me. Imagine, like, it's so much work.
Logically doesn't,
so it's easier to let go and forget, and life goes on at the end of the day. So yeah, I think.
Speaking about letting go, we are about to let go today, like let loose.
Yeah, let loose
and channel our inner, what is the term again? Inner, what is it called? Toxic masculinity.
Is it toxic?
I don't know.
I don't think that's today's toxic.
So I don't know. Would you like to introduce today's topic, and would you like us to?
Yeah. So today we'll be talking about Drizzle Drizzle.
Sure.
Drizzle Drizzle, a satiric retaliation to sprinkle.
Yeah.
So basically, the premise of Drizzle Drizzle is a movement.
Sure.
That comes about by guys saying we're tired of women saying they have standards.
Sure.
Right. And they have unrealistic expectations of us.
Sure.
So now we also have standards. We also have unrealistic expectations of them.
Yeah.
So they say in terms like, I'm in my soft guy era. If you don't want me at my softest, you don't deserve me at my hardest. That is hilarious.
The internet. So the things that people put on the internet.
Yeah. So it's funny because we're literally reversing the roles.
Yeah.
Because you'll find women saying, I want such this and this. Yeah. Right. And then when I say the same thing, my thing is demonized. Look, no, you don't deserve that.
You're mad.
You're mad. Why should
you get soft treatment?
Exactly. I do want that treatment. So what do you think about that? What do you think about?
Yeah, look.
First, most important question before we start.
Yeah.
Are you in your soft guy?
I'm not sure if I'm in my soft guy era because everything seems to be too hard, So I don't know if I'm on my soft guy era yet. But ultimately, I'm not sure if it's something I aspire to be in, or because I think there's also quite a lot of things that we need to consider. I think it's also the person's values and their background and like things that they believe in.
Yeah.
And not saying that I disagree with the soft guy era movement and the drizzle drizzle movement. But I do understand where gents are coming from, right? Because it also goes or interlinks with the term 50-50.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's also a very touchy subject because in as much as we can say 50-50, but in reality, it's not 50-50. And I feel like we can put it on a social side of things. We can say, 50-50. But financially, emotionally, and all these other aspects, is it 50-50? So I don't really know. But yeah, tell us more about the drizzle.
So my thing, yeah. I'm not in my soft guy era. I really, it's to be honest, it's humor for me. It's mostly humor.
Sure.
I can say that I am, but I really am not. I support the movement. I support Drizzle Drizzle.
Sure.
I also want to be Drizzle Drizzle.
It would be nice.
It would be nice to have someone to take care of you. But ultimately, I think that this movement is it's people think it's just.
Is it satire or is it just
satire? It's
informed because I quite a lot more often than not, humor, especially on the internet, can actually strike or inspire a real conversation.
Exactly.
For instance, I think this drizzle would inspire the 50-50
thing
approach.
Yeah,
because I think it relates to a bit of that. And but I think we are also at a place where we can actually have a conversation about that.
So my thing is, I think mostly it's addressing the unrealistic expectation.
Oh, yeah.
Thing more than the 50-50. Sure. I think the problem with dating modern women is they have unrealistic expectations without them reciprocating. I think that's where the problem lies with the chance. So it's a reciprocation thing. I think the guys are like, no, you guys want all this, but you don't want to reciprocate. What benefit is there for me to now do things for you? Do things for me also. Reciprocate. You want the sprinkle lifestyle, but you can't provide the drizzle drizzle. It doesn't make sense. So for me personally, I think it's a reciprocation thing. So we are basic gents. Us gents, everything is. I don't think the guys that are saying I'm in my soft era literally want that. We want to take care of. I think for most parts,
do they not?
Nah, there are few men who literally want that, but I think most men enjoy taking care of their partners, but they don't want it to be now an entitlement thing. Yeah. So now it's an entitlement thing. It's sure. So it plays into so many things. It plays into entitlement. It plays into reciprocation. That we're doing this, we expected to do this, but the other side is not reciprocating. The other side is not doing the same. So I think that's where the convo, that's where centers around mostly. Yeah.
But would it, and also not me trying to make this deep, not trying to achieve the depth that that we usually want to achieve, but wouldn't that also sort of, because if you want to expect the same treatment, then also expect the same decision making in terms of like, if we go, because like I say, ultimately it goes down to a 50-50 principle. So if I expect you to do certain things for me, would that not also be on the look, if in terms of life decisions now, you need to take care of 1, 2, 3. You also have a say, right? And I'm not saying women don't have a say in relationships, but in terms of like the movement of the relationship, no, traditionally, and that's not what that's why I'm using traditionally. It was the man would provide financial security and would have like provide direction of the relationship, right? And then the woman would obviously also have input in how the relationship is or where it gets to. But I think the men have more power over that. And we're not disputing contribution. It's not just contributions, but it's just because I'm providing, and it's like status. If I'm wealthy, ultimately the person that I marry comes into that into that world.
Yeah.
So in this case, if a woman is doing well, or if women are doing well and they're wealthy,
which most women are,
that's the reality, because I think we also need to speak about that.
Yeah.
Right now, women are actually doing way more.
Yeah.
They're doing well as opposed to men.
Yeah.
And you see the unemployment rates, the stats. We're not going to go into that.
Yeah.
But now I want to know, if a woman makes more money or is wealthy or is more financially stable than you, and you also request the soft guy era, then do you allow the woman to also control you? Or is it like in terms of it's just financially?
So ultimately, that's where it goes. And I think it depends man to man. Are you going to be allowed, or will you allow yourself to be controlled by a woman? Because the one who has money in the relationship has the most power. We can't run away from that.
But are we ready for that? Because look, I think a lot of the times women are hesitate with that subject, because it's like, I'm earning more and I'm taking care of the both of us, but you also want to call the shots.
So you can't have both, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So I think, Mina, gents have to choose. If you are in the soft guy era, that means your woman ultimately has some control over you.
Wait, I mean, like,
ultimately.
So maybe this could have misogyny speaking. Guys,
it's the Zulu man in you. The Zulu man in you.
Guys.
No, because it's a power thing. Ultimately,
sure,
the one who can provide. You can't. Because also, I think, in as much as this is a joke, No, like maybe we are making fun of women for their unrealistic expectations.
Sure.
And we are showing them, we are basically mirroring what their behavior.
behavior.
You know, we're basically mirroring. This is where Drizzle could come from. So it's basically a mirror. But look when men do it. It's dumb. The things that you say, that the unrealistic expectation that you have, it's all stupid. You know, I think we should. I think ultimately, if you are really living like a soft guy and you expect and you really expect a woman to do stuff for you, and the woman actually does stuff for you,
Sure.
ultimately your power goes away as a man. Like, you know, and unless maybe your woman is like, you do so much for me. It would be nice if I also did such and such for you. You know,
Yeah.
so that's a different thing. I think that is different, but. If you are now expecting to live the drizzle lifestyle non-stop,
Also expect to be
and also it's a masculine and feminine energy thing. I think we should.
Yeah, I wanted to also go there. I wanted to go, but before the masculine and feminine thing. But I think this also goes hand in hand with what I'm about to ask. But I mean, like sexually, then, because my understanding is there's also like an element of sexual attraction when someone has power. It's the same thing when someone has power and someone has, like charisma and stuff like that. It's not something I can come and pinpoint and say,
You just have
it's
that
just
aura.
a feeling, there's that aura that you have, right? And my thing is, then when you're in your soft guy era, because we've seen quite a lot of guys who are like, and always it's like, when like you can't request this when you know you're not of a certain level. And in most cases, it's always like three boys who are for that life, right?
Yeah.
But now what does that do for the sex, and what does that do for the attraction? Is attraction like something that we can't add in this conversation, or is it just like, it's just normal? It's just that when it comes to paying the bills, the woman.
It adds to the equation. I think personally, I've seen this behavior. I think so. I think women, when it comes to attraction, they can do so much for you in a certain amount of time. I think 6 months is the most that a woman can take care of you. After that, I don't think a woman wants to take care of you.
Sure.
This is what
there's a time.
There's a time frame.
Yeah.
So when the relationship starts, she enjoys doing stuff for you as a soft guy. That's what I've observed. That's what I've seen.
Sure.
The first 3 months she can take care. First 3 to 6 months she's happy.
Yeah.
After that, that's when the disrespect starts setting in.
Yeah. So there is such thing as unconditional love with
there is.
the other gender.
I think women are more willing to take care of their brothers, their fathers, and their
So the love is conditional.
and their kids. Nah. But with a man, you're a man. You're supposed to take it. Like, I'm not. You're not my kid. I can't take it. I think that's how they think, and it's wired within them. Like,
Sure.
it's wired within them to want to nurture, like to want to take care of their brothers, their sons, and
why
whatnot.
can't we channel the nurturing to me?
No, they can cater to you as their man, but
they'll see you in a different light.
For them to be able to cater to you as a man, you have to do masculine things, which is providing for her, doing things for her, and providing and being masculine. As a soft guy, unfortunately, you can't be a soft guy and be a man in a relationship. It's so. In as much as people think, I don't think we should take it too seriously, the soft guy thing. It's good as a joke, but we should address if you want us to build, if you want us to, if there should be progress in the dating world, both women and men have to sit down and talk about, okay, this is the goal, this is what we want.
Sure.
Stop being superficial. Because the problem is most women don't think for themselves. They're influenced easily by what they see on social media. And that's where the sprinkle comes into play. And they forget that not all women are the same. There are women who can say, this is the standard that I set. And they can get the man who can do that, but not all of them. So now you find that ugele uyibukelile le nto online ufuna ukuza naye kasi. No guy can provide that lifestyle for you, you know, and they'll say,
So it
if
needs
you
to be
wanted
within
to,
reason. It needs to be realistic. Like, you can't ask for
a Ferrari and a Lambo.
a Lamborghini, you know, a Gucci bag
A
from
Gucci bag.
someone who's
Yeah.
like, I think also the context in which that is requested,
Yep.
because I think a lot of the people, and we know in the black communities, a lot of the people don't earn quite a lot.
Yeah.
So it's unrealistic for you to expect someone to like take you to vacations and buy you flowers every week and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's not doable. When you can, but the conversation ultimately has to come back to, but financially, is it sound when someone cannot afford, like, cannot even afford basic things?
Yeah.
There are people who are struggling with affording like basic things. So is it really sound for you to expect them to fly to Cape Town?
Yeah, but also I think that,
or should we not date when we're not financially stable?
That's everyone deserves love, whether you have money or not. You know, you have your person. That's not fair. Also, I think that it's also, I think a person has to take that decision on their own. Sure. You know what? I don't have money. I'm full stress. Let me not even date. Makes sense. But also, I want to. This also the thing with sprinkle, right? Is they see other women living that lifestyle, so they'll see the other woman going to dates and whatnot, and automatically take that as this is my standard now.
Yeah.
You know,
When it's like
it's exactly. So it's Instagram. They see everything on Instagram. They see the date, and now they say, you know what, now this is what I want now. And there's nothing wrong with having a standard, but as long as you also can reciprocate, or you also can live that, you expect another person.
Yeah. It's like he must have a car and you don't have a car. It's like
type of thing.
It's now must fund your lifestyle, the lifestyle that you created, or the lifestyle that you aspire to have. But you can't fund it for yourself. It's quite disrespectful.
It doesn't make sense, you know. And you find women complaining when a guy sends them like 200 rand for lunch to buy McDonald's. That's a lot of money. Simply, and she's like, no, I said I want lunch. I want 1,000. What?
What am I gonna do with it?
1,000.
But let me tell you something. Someone taught me a principle that I understood at the time.
Yeah.
Is because with these girls now, it's like they'll date someone who's stable financially. Like they will compare, let's say for instance, Usia Nomandla. So Sia is just a regular guy who's like trying to make it in life, trying to provide and pay bills and whatnot. And then they'll date Mandla, who is a millionaire or someone who's doing really well. And then Mandla can afford to buy you flowers every week, can afford to take you out, can afford vacations and stuff like that. Sia, on the other hand, is very thoughtful, considerate, brings you lunch and whatnot. But more often than not, and I'm not saying, and I'm not blaming girls, because I think maybe it's something in them, they'll often go for Mandla because of the lifestyle that Mandla provides. But I realized when this person said this principle, I was like, if someone is a millionaire or someone has a lot of money and they give you 1,000 rand, it's easy for them because they have money.
Yeah.
As opposed to someone who has 200 rand and they give you 100 rand. So that person, that 100 rand comes from really, I want to share everything I have with you, you know? And I'm not saying women's standards should be, like your standards should lessen, or you should lower your standards so that you date other people. But I'm saying, in the long run, who is genuine? Is it the one who gives you 1,000 rand because they can afford it, or the one that gives you 100 rand?
Do you think women care about being genuine? They don't care.
But also, ultimately, that's the kind of, because that's now the relationship nowadays. Even with these dating shows, do you know the ridiculous part about these dating shows is they'll ask you, what do you do for a living? What do you drive? I mean, I'll see my family and all these shows. Do you drive? Do you stay in your own place? Well, no one asks you in comments and asks you, how are you in terms of like your reasoning? What are your values? What are your principles? Are you spiritually, are you grounded?
Yeah.
So I know in as much as you can't eat spirituality, you can't eat kindness, but ultimately, are we always going to be like consuming? Because at the end of the day, you also need to look into the character. That's my biggest concern, Guti. If anything, let these things be balanced. Find someone who's matured, both financially and also in terms of their values. Because it does not make sense for you to date someone. But these Lakers will tell you, Guti, like, hey, brah, you can date someone who's doing well and then they treat you like shit. And sometimes that's not the case. But in most cases, because they know that you're easily controlled by finance, they will definitely treat you like trash because they know you will stay. Right? And
because you can't have both.
Because you can't have both. There are cases where
they have both.
You have,
which are rare.
But it's not that with most relationships. So it's the same thing as you want to date a doctor. A doctor will not have time for you, but they will give you money. So ultimately, there's gonna be sacrifices, right? And you can't have your cake and eat it. You can't have both of Lokoza. So I don't know. Maybe the conversation needs to go there because that unrealistic expectation that is done by Swindle makes the younger generation to aspire to have that. Because look at TikTok, look at Instagram. We are all inspired to have that lifestyle. We are all inspired to have these nice apartments, to have these nice cars, to have these nice places and stuff like that. And the reality is, with how things are in the country, we're not going to have all of that. And I'm not saying we don't want, we can't, but I'm saying financially, we can't all be in that bracket. And we can't have those things. So it's very shallow to expect guys to have those things that you aspire, especially if you are in the same tax bracket as them. Ngeke ngithi ngisebenza kanzima kuma-retail, and then I work hard and I pay my bills, I do everything, I pay tax, and then someone comes and says, but you're not my type because you can't give me a Ferrari. And also,
but we should also take accountability. You see, this is her lifestyle, and you still want to shoot your shots and be in the DM. Don't be surprised, bro.
But
do not be surprised.
You are actually right. So now,
do not be surprised.
You know what? There's this lady who's like a relationship expert. She said men dated their levels of self-esteem. So, for instance, if your self-esteem is low, you'll date according to that standard. But when you are doing well financially, that raises your self-esteem as a man. And then you go out and look for Elay Queen. I don't know how true that is.
Okay.
Because a lot of the guys you see, immediately when they get all these tenders and months and they can do, their standard changes. Akasathanda nomthandazo no, you know. The girl next door and whatnot. Usefuna unompumelelo who's like the slays, you know. So I'm not sure if we are to be blamed but your self-esteem is based on how much you can afford.
That one is tricky because even with us, right, in as much as that one is a tricky one because there's so many factors that come into play. Yeah. So we have to consider this, right? The moment that you do get into money, right?
Yeah.
You want to exercise your options, and unfortunately, that's where you get the more slay queens who live the sprinkle lifestyle.
Because you'll attract
the
type
that,
of
you know. And unfortunately, there are also women who have, because online I've seen a lot of women who are doing well, who are saying, I have everything, I just need a man to add on to what I have. And it's not those rich men, you know. So it's like a vicious cycle, you know. So this woman ends up getting a guy who's in the soft era. The guy who has money gets
ends up
getting the sprinkle chick. So it won't end.
Yeah.
You know.
And now you then find someone who's genuine and someone you truly like, but who does not have money.
Who does not have money.
And then it becomes difficult.
And then that's where
and that's where now the conversation centers, because another thing the thing is also, I also don't think because we have all these standards, we have all these tick boxes or checklists about the type of people that we want in terms of, look, women might even go as far as saying, look, I have money, I can provide for myself. I just need someone who's genuine, right? But you were raised in a society where a man is the provider, a man is the head of the house. And when you say that, because logically, yes, you will say, I mean, I don't care. I don't care if your guy's not working and stuff like that. But because of your upbringing, ultimately, when a guy fails to do that, you also judge them on that.
And also, it's not.
And that's why girls would say, yeah, Nimbona Jenje, when you guys then break up.
Yeah.
Nimbona Jenje, Bengena Anda, Bene Ande Tawile. And then, but you don't find a guy who would say, Man Shugana, and you were taking care of a woman. He would say, yeah, Nimbona Jenje, Man Menzela, okay. Well, there are some cases. But with girls, it's just like, I took care of you. So the most you could be, or could have just been loyal to me, you know? And I think it's high time we have this conversation, because we are moving into a space where women are really doing well. And that also adds pressure on the relationship, because while women are doing so well, as a machita, we're not all doing good, you know? So then what does that do for the relationship?
So the thing is with that, what you spoke about, it's in their physiology. They were born with it. Like it's not even a matter of their background, it's just within their woman naturally. They
gravitate to what someone can provide
naturally.
Sure.
You know. So if you can't do that, and you expect a woman to take care of you, obviously at some point she gets annoyed. And that's why when you watch these shows where X3 or something, more women are repossessing their things more than men, because it's not in them to give without.
Yo, you just said something so powerful. It's not provision is not in their natural, their natural instinct.
This is why they want to go and repossess their thing, because it's not in them. So you can. Why are men okay when, let's just say, for example, they divorce a woman and they're okay that she has the other half?
Yeah, I not in South Africa anymore, Chief.
Yeah, not in South Africa, but for most parts, men don't mind, and they're not like, hey, you're not getting. They're okay, like imagine.
But I just think with gents, we just want peace, guys, and I think we get misunderstood at times. It's the same thing as cheating, and sorry if I'm gonna sound like misogynist and whatnot. Sometimes we just don't cheat because we don't love you, or we love you less. It's because look at me trying to justify. Hey guys, it's a she's. Look,
why are you cheating?
It happens.
It's necessary.
It's for us.
It's nothing. It's not you. It's me. It's me. I'm the one who's flawed.
Yeah.
You're good for me. You're good for me. But
I have to.
For this relationship. For us to work.
The relationship will be better if I step out and not too much. Just not
So you guys are regretting.
Hey. So I think ultimately we don't want the same things, and I think that's the thing that we don't discuss in relationships. That look, what is it that I want from this relationship? And we need to be honest about it, because in as much as girls will come and provide for you, they don't necessarily, it might because they're starving or they want sex, but for them, the intentions are, umuntu sayagaxela, and then it becomes more about, it becomes more than just maybe sexual interactions. And then it becomes about, okay, so now you are my person, but now you found this person in Namad, and then now you expect them to be a billionaire overnight. It's quite unrealistic, right? And I think vice versa, it's the same. Like, you want a specific type of woman, and you want, the woman that you want is abandoned queen, people who would use and whatnot. You can't then expect them to lower their standards, because that's what you went after. You went after a certain type of woman. You can't say, well, just and be this type of a woman. So I think what makes it difficult is we come with these expectations or with these conditions, and we don't clearly define, look,
This is what I'm looking
this is what
for.
I'm looking
That's
for.
what the problem is.
If this is fun for now, it's fun for now. This is just it. And then this is the type of woman that I want. They can choose to stay, they can choose to leave. That's my approach, and I think that's where I am. Like, discuss these things. If you find someone who's not doing well, tell them what. I mean, I only date people who are. Be honest about it.
Yeah, be honest.
Ultimately, because you then try and insist that someone changes who they are because that's what you're looking for. But to share umuntu ekonk, share umuntu elokhuzeni, share umuntu a rocket.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone who frequents a rocket and they have a certain lifestyle.
And then you are surprised.
And then you are surprised.
Sprinkle
lifestyle. Even with it drizzle drizzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my niggas go bangeneni, balandeni bafethu. But now, when they get into it, well, understand, it's drizzle drizzle. Ulapho for the lifestyle.
And also, umchita magara aganayo iphawu.
I can't have both.
Because I need to get will provide the lifestyle.
Sure.
Soft guy era I am.
Yeah.
And there is sprinkle season. It drizzle season.
Yeah.
So we should see, and I'm talking for people who are actually like who live like that. Like, I'm not saying the people are joking about it, it's okay. But lava who actually want women to provide for them and to do stuff for them, they have to understand with the power dynamic shifts.
Yeah.
The power dynamic
until we build, because there are cases where it can start as fun and then necessary build. If we're on the same page and then we want to build, then it becomes a different case. Like now, as a man, come off a relationship and then you provide. And then now you start doing all these many things. They should meet you halfway and start also, because then you guys are now in sync, right? But you can't expect to and then expect them to provide that lifestyle for you. Yeah, well. So I don't know, man. Is that? Do you have any final words before we take this to the streets?
Yeah, the drizzle thing is interesting, and I am supporting Amachans who are in their soft guy era. Yeah. I personally don't think any woman can, especially in terms of a relationship, can provide that type of lifestyle. They can for a certain time, but after that, what I've seen is after 6 months, women get bored. They're like, nah,
I
want a man. I don't want a son. I don't want to be taking care. And also we also have to understand that there are women who are good, who are like, you know what, my man does so much for me. Let me do something for him.
Sure.
It's not a soft guy era thing, but just genuinely taking care because he provides. What's this with Magafiga and cleaning? I'm taking care of him and whatever. It's good. Like good. I think we should go back to that and practice healthy relationships. And it's tiring, this whole thing that we always fighting the other side. I think everyone has to take accountability. We will always point fingers. No, women are doing this, men are doing this. I think each party has to be accountable first. What are we doing as Amachans to make these women act like this?
Yeah.
What are women doing? But unfortunately, women are allergic to accountability, and they're like, we don't want to be accountable.
I was about to say, what?
Yeah, that's for men to do. We won't be accountable. So for as long as we keep on, we won't have healthy relationships.
Sure.
We will continue having the convo of 50-50. Me, I expect this on the first days.
And also, don't get into, my thing is, and I could be wrong, like I said, my thing is, don't get into a relationship with someone who, because I think the stage of date is us finding out a lot about each other. The person and their taste and stuff like that. And that's why I'm saying honesty is very important, because sometimes we just sweep things under the carpet, which is wrong.
Yeah.
Like if you see what's in to
agloom,
don't continue with that relationship. I'm not saying things aren't gonna change, but I'm saying the expectations that are there at the start, because in most cases that's how it is. Like you go for that baddie. You go for baddies.
Expect baddie behavior.
Don't be surprised. It's like, yo, guys, I'm about a soft
guy era. If you go for a soft guy, expect drizzle.
Expect that you're gonna pay, and that's where I am. Yeah. So you're actually gonna go out and
ask more.
The public's opinion. I think I hope we're shy with it, because I think this is quite a very sensitive topic.
It's not. It's drizzle season. it's soft guy era. Are you in your soft guy era?
I'm in my hard guy era.
I'm in my
strams. Do I want to be in a soft guy era? Sometimes.
Yeah, to be honest, it would be dope to have someone who'll take care of you. Doesn't matter. But wrap it up then.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. Peace.
Okay. We are back again, guys, with street interviews. Ma'am, can you please tell us your name?
Hi, my name is Veronica, and yes.
So we were discussing a topic of, like the 50-50 and modern dating and stuff like that. So I actually wanted your insight in terms of what is your view currently on dating, with the understanding that there's that 50-50 principle.
Okay, so in today's times, I actually think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. Obviously, going back to my times, obviously I'm of an age, things were different. And I believe that with modern technology, everything else should follow. So why shouldn't 50-50 dating be a problem?
Is it?
If I look at it that way. And also with the current situation where woman empowerment as well.
Yeah.
That is causing also
financial
disparity. Correct. Okay. Where it is. I do believe that the insecurities would lie where a gentleman might feel that his partner is, on higher standard or on higher financial scale.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't really make a problem, or it shouldn't be a problem based on the fact that you're going out there, you're meeting each other, you're going out on a date.
Yeah.
You're not building towards a marriage at this point.
Yeah.
So it's for both parties to get together and learn. Yeah. You're learning from him and he's learning from you.
Yeah.
I think the concept is that in today's society, people are looking at dating as that's the be-all and the end-all.
Oh, yeah. So it's
the marriage.
Yeah, so they're setting the standards based on the fact that, look, when we get married, this is what I want. Okay.
Correct. That's the way I see it. So, back in my days, it was totally different.
Yeah.
We didn't have modern technology as cell phones.
Yeah.
Where it was Facebook, where there was more.
Yeah. we're exposed to
You
more
correct,
people with
correct.
dating
We worked on
sites.
the telephone system, which was telecom,
Yeah.
which actually worked because, I mean, really, let's say if the guy was going to meet you at church or
Yeah.
at some church gate,
yeah.
at 8 o'clock it was. I mean, today it's so easy for him not to rock up or for her not to rock up, but she's actually there.
Yeah.
She's just watching to see, hey, you know what? I'm really sorry, bruh.
Yeah, so you're saying there's so many other variables now that we need to consider.
Correct. Advantages and disadvantages in today's society, it's totally different.
Yeah.
But I do believe that, I think, in today's world, I think things are actually better. Yeah. It's better. It's better for the 50-50.
Yeah.
Because, give and take, that's the whole situation about, you know what? We're going to go half-half, 50-50, and if you don't like it, so be it.
Yeah.
Cut the ties now.
Yeah.
You know, then go on and pretend that everything's okay, and then 6 months later, she's like, oh, but I thought we were going to end up together. No.
Yeah.
That's not the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So we should establish the roles when we, at inception, when we're starting.
Correct.
Date.
Be honest with each other at the beginning stage. You know what I mean? Don't give false hope.
Yeah.
Don't give false hope.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot because I think the other party assumes that, look, this person will know what I am thinking or where their relationship will go. So I like the fact that you said at inception, when we are actually dating, let us actually discuss these things and yeah. Thank you so much for your time.
It's a pleasure.
And I think your wisdom is sort of transcend, because you said something I was not expecting you to say 50-50 at the bottom time, but it shows that there's also progress in terms of how people look at things. I think you don't look at things one dimensional, and I'm thank you so much for allowing us to get your view.
You're welcome. I mean, that's the reason why I'm single as well.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I mean, it's a 50-50, and it's not, you're not single out there just because like you prepared to just lower your standards or higher it. It's because of your choice.
Yeah.
So it's the choices you make in life.
Yeah.
And be transparent.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for in a relationship. Is somebody to start off and be transparent. I don't want bullshit. I don't want lies.
Yeah.
I'm over that age group.
Yeah.
I'm over that, you know.
Yeah.
So 50-50 works my way.
Yeah.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Shashopwood, how's it?
I'm okay, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, man. Can you please introduce yourself?
No, my name is Itumeleni. Mphahlele.
Yeah.
So yeah. I heard you saying you wanna talk to me regarding the
Drizzle
Drizzle challenge. I've never heard of that, but
yeah.
Can you tell me more about it? Can you tell me more about it? Yeah.
So basically, that's a challenge that's mirroring the sprinkle. So basically, guys are mocking girls for expecting more in a relationship.
So it's
more like a 50-50 type of thing in the modern day.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So what is your take on 50-50 and
50-50.
The concept of drizzle?
The concept of drizzle. So I had my sister tell me that drizzle is women, they feel entitled to certain things, right?
Sure.
Like a man must, right?
Yeah.
So like now, as a man, I'm not gonna work hard. As you speak, I'm at work, right?
Yeah.
I'm at work. I'm trying to build myself.
Yeah, you're trying to just fetch the bag.
Get the bag. This is money.
Yeah.
This shirt is money.
Yeah.
So like now, if I take a girl out on a date, doesn't mean every time I should pay for the girl, right?
Yeah.
But they say in-daughter must provide, in-daughter must what. What about a woman must? A woman must also, like, she must also be responsible of her own life.
Yeah.
Because now this thing of 50-50 is killing us.
Sure.
All right. Like example. You need something. Yeah, it's a household, guys. It's a household, ne? I'm working, she's working. We both earn 50,000. At month end, how much is in the house?
It's 100,000.
No, it's 50,000.
Yeah.
Where is that 50,000 going? But let's just be realistic.
Yeah. So you're saying
the man is the one who's gonna buy groceries. The man is gonna want to pay school fees. The man is gonna be this. I'm not disregarding the ladies who actually provide, right? Sure. But in most cases, women, they are 50,000.
It's for them. It's pocket money.
Yeah, it's pocket money.
So what do you think? Because I think that, like I said, Drizzle Drizzle is actually like the indoor
mask.
Now, the Drizzle Drizzle is Umpazi must.
Yeah.
Do you think we are right to also expect the treatment? Do you also
Yeah,
think
we are right.
we are right to expect
You know how many
50-50?
You know how many guys, man, are being treated like fuck all just because maybe they're not working or maybe they don't have a certain amount of tax bracket right now. So like now we should actually treat women the same. If she's not working, she's not working. The way they treat an unemployed man should be the way she should be treated, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like, sorry about this, man. Okay, no, let's leave it.
Okay. No,
I was
man.
gonna be harsh, man.
No, man. Thank you so much, man, for your contribution.
Yeah, anytime.
Thank you. And please, a big shout out to 53 on men.
53 on men, guys. Oh yeah, another thing. A man can marry an unemployed woman.
Yeah.
Can a lady employ can a woman marry an unemployed man? Let's ask. Is it possible? Come on.
Stop.
A girl must stop.
So,
Let me.
show my brother. How's it?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. Can you introduce yourself?
I'm JP.
Okay, nice to meet you, JP. Look, we were discussing here a topic relating to 50-50, and there's also a new concept about drizzle drizzle, where guys are making fun of women's standards in terms of relationships and modern dating. So what is your take on the principle of 50-50?
I mean, the 50-50 though, okay, the 50-50 is fine.
Sure.
It's fine. I like the 50-50 because I know that you wake up every morning,
Sure.
you go to work.
Yeah.
And your woman is staying at home.
Yeah.
And she comes and show you everything. Go, hey, babe.
Yeah.
I want this. I collect that money from this.
Yeah.
And I want to do this.
Yeah.
That ain't fair. So
Sure.
the 50-50, this she works. You can pay the house bill. You can pay the electricity bills. At least she can do some, at least that she can do. So the 50-50, yeah, it's kind of good. It's kind of good.
So that we can balance the responsibilities in the house. Okay. Do you think now I'm taking it to men who go after like women who are more advanced in terms of finance? Do you think men are entitled to the soft life if a woman is working hard and a man is not earning that much? I think there can be a relationship that can be built on that. Or do you think traditional roles also need to be considered? Do you think maybe we can accept men who can just maybe date women who are doing much better? Because, I mean, look at how things are. Women are getting ahead. They're managers, So do you think the relationship would work in that context?
It will definitely work. Yeah, I won't lie to you. It will definitely work. You know why it will work?
Yeah.
Reason being when, okay, let's say, my woman, she's doing better.
Sure.
She's maybe earning about 16,000.
Yeah.
And I'm earning about 4,000.
Sure.
So from the 4,000, from the 16,000, I've got an idea.
Yeah.
And she's getting more money. She can pay us all the bills. She can buy all the groceries. But if I bring the idea, go, babe, can you assist me in such an amount? She would.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if I date a woman who's getting more money, I'm glad as long as she will accept the way I am.
Yeah. Okay.
You understand? No, like the end of the day, if I don't ever select out of a job, I get this small job. This 4,000, you get a small job.
Sure.
You get fired security guard, you can get cleaning gardens, you can do what. You get fired from the same day.
Yeah.
But you get a woman who gets 17,000.
Yeah.
And you can't take it in that sometimes.
Yeah.
And then what do you expect?
Sure.
No, it's a question.
Yeah, that could be off guard. Yeah.
No, I'm going to answer your questions as I said. I will definitely answer your question, but through the way I believe.
Yeah.
And I believe the other followers and other viewers are going to view this.
Sure. Yeah.
That's my standard.
Okay. No, I get you.
Hit
Okay.
me again.
Yeah. No, so what if then you also have standards? For instance, because I mean, girls will always go back to England. African men provide. What if you also want an African woman who provide? Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, it is fair. And I would definitely want one.
Like
No,
that.
like serious. I would definitely
I
want.
like
And I would
that.
definitely want one who understand my situation. And
Sure.
I would definitely understand the situation. It's not like when she has money, and at the end of the day, I should just be begging, babe, can I please get 1,000 right every day?
Yeah.
Can I get a fair 500 every day? Can I
Sure.
please get this at 50 rand every day? It depends for you. level of the woman that you love in life.
All right. No, thank you so much. Yes, sure.